prior to being a nurse, while I was in nursing school, I used to work in hospitality and I worked the front desk. I had problems with other Black front desk attendants because whenever I would come to work, and this was back when, in order to work the front desk at a hotel, you had to be glammed up. You had to have that. It was in your contract. You had to have a made up face. You could not come barefaced. You had to have on makeup, the way that we wore our uniform, all of that, No matter when I came to work, the general manager would pull someone off the front desk and put me up there. And I never knew why. I was young. I was in my early 20s. And I heard one of my counterparts say, she was darker than me. And she said, oh, light skinned ass every time she come in, the general manager putting her up front. And I was like, what? Because front desk and reservations work together. So when I heard her say this, it really hurt my feelings. And I was like, what? That is not, what I'm saying? I don't have anything to do with that. So the next day that I came in, I went to the general manager. I said, I can work reservations. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to, she's been there all day. She don't have to count her drawer down. And he said, no, you're going out front. And I said, why? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of pulled him to the side. He was a white man. And I said, she has a problem with she's been here all day or whatever. He said, come here, let me tell you something. He said, I am in the business of making money. And said, she can take her dark self and he said this to me. He said she can take her dark self back to reservations. Nobody wants, if it comes down to looking in your face and her face, they want to see you. So yes, every time you come to work, you going out front.
Okay, first of all, that's crazy, right? Why
and she was
did
beautiful.
he feel like he could? Yeah, I'm sure, but why did he feel like he could say this to you? What made him so comfortable to say this to you? Like, we know they think this way. We get it. And we're bad enough amongst ourselves, right? But that is, wow. And so you said.
I said, I don't want to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I kind of glazed over. I was young and dumb. I was stunned.
Yeah.
Not wanting to say, but then also, for my own preservation. You know what I'm saying? This is the GM. I still want my job.